Welcome. I'm Adam Miller, a consultant with the Art of Applying and a graduate of the University of Virginia's Darden School of Business. Today we've got a question from our Q&A vault about scholarships/fellowships for MPP programs. So let's take a quick look at what the client asked our consulting team. They write in and say, "Hello, I'm interested in getting recommendations for scholarships for an MPP, a Master's in Public Policy. I'm over 30 years old, a first-generation American, and interested in healthcare with 7 years of work experience. Here are a list of the schools I'm applying to: Harvard, Columbia, UCLA, USC, Chicago, NYU, Carnegie Mellon, Duke, Johns Hopkins, and the University of Texas at Austin." They also link to their resume. So the person is very aware of what kinds of things are important when it comes to getting scholarships and fellowships, just based on the thing that they put here. I can tell because they talked about first-generation American. There's going to be scholarships related to your demographics. The second thing is their work experience. There's going to be scholarships available based on the industry that you've worked in. And of course, it's going to be specific to the actual schools you want to go to. And lastly, your residency, your nationality, where it is that you live. Are you an American? Are you an international student? And if so, where specifically in the world are you? So that is the kind of response that we got from the two consultants who weighed in on this. Let's take a quick look at what the first person suggested here and the links that the consultant gave to this particular client. She writes back to the client, "A good starting point for finding scholarships and fellowships is to go directly to financial aid websites that the school has already linked you to. The reason I say that is that the schools themselves have their own specific scholarships and fellowships oftentimes that you can apply for. Sometimes they establish new fellowships from year to year or phase out other ones, so keep an eye on those. Two comprehensive resources that I recommend you look at for just two of the schools, right? We're just going to focus on two of them for the purposes of this video, is the Harvard Kennedy School and the University of Chicago's Harris School. So the Harvard Kennedy School maintains a good searchable scholarship/fellowship database. And, they have a link here. We're not going to worry about clicking on it for right now, but just know that there's always at least 10 plus scholarships that you could be looking at based on whichever program you're looking at the Kennedy School. And then for the Harris School, they also maintain a great searchable database. And this consultant did a quick filtering for the Harris Public Policy School and master's degrees and scholarship. And in that searchable database, they found 27 awesome matches for that person to look through and figure out which ones might be good to fit her. And next she says, "I'm not sure if you already are affiliated with a health-related professional development organization. The one that comes to mind for me is the American Public Health Association. Once you start your program, let's say you get into one of these schools, keep an eye on their fellowship." And she links to that. So that's another great thing is not only do you have whatever scholarships the schools have and whatever scholarships government organizations have, but there also are just random scholarships and fellowships that you can get awarded out there that might just be based on your demographics or your work experience. So you should definitely be just searching Google for those as well. And our team here can work with you one-on-one with whoever your actual consultant is to go through that process step by step. The next consultant who weighs in says, "I'm most familiar with scholarships and fellowships at the Harvard Kennedy School," because that's where she went. "Be sure to review all of the fellowships at the Center for Public Leadership. There's about 10 or so on there, and they each require a different separate application outside of you just applying to schools. So if I click on that one really fast, you can see they've got one for veterans. They've got one for people who care about sustainability. They've got one for people who are coming from the United Arab Emirates, one for African Americans, something for Latinx students, people in entrepreneurship. All of these different scholarships are things that you're going to want to look for on the school's websites. And then, of course, work with your consultant here or however you're getting help to really figure out, which ones are the right fit for me? How many should I be applying to? Am I going to make sure I hit those deadlines? Do I need extra letters of recommendation? And of course, getting any kind of support you possibly can. That's part of what we do is editing all of those materials with you. And so if you want any help with any part of that process, please reach out to us at theartofapplying.com. Thanks.